green lights. So did they see all that?
There we are. I hear you there. Okay.
And did they see all that? Yes or no?
What's that?
Was that all visual to them?
No. I put the
Okay.
thing back.
Okay. Did they hear any of that? Okay, take two. Hi, friends. This is Melissa Michaels. I'm so happy to be here with you all. And thank you for just flowing with us in this moment where we were sorting out some technology so that you actually could hear me. Wow, what a week. We have all been sent into time out. Seems like Spirit said, all right, you all, you weren't listening, you weren't sharing, you weren't treating each other very well. Everybody, go to your room. And of course, there's so much news bombarding us with the overwhelming information about the importance of self-care and the potential of real risk, real danger. Even the word war is being used. In no way do I want to minimize the extraordinary impact of this pandemic on all of our lives. Very, very profound. But I also want to invite ourselves just for this 1 hour to actually change the channel, to take a moment and remember that which is enduring, to tune into that which is rhythmic. What's happening right now in the northern and the southern hemispheres? It's the equinox. It's that time when we're being called into balance, to remember the yin and the yang, the expansion and the contraction, our egg nature, our sperm nature. Here in the northern hemisphere, it's springtime. And that's as true as all this other reality unfolding in our lives. So today for Movement Mass, what I'd love to do is devote ourselves to ritual, to taking the dance, which for so many of us is a powerful portal for clearing our mind, for opening our hearts, for rooting in our bodies, for accessing that integrated intelligence that awakens our souls and connects us with all of life, the earth, the spirit, and all sentient beings. The dance is a doorway to those states of consciousness. And at this time that we've all been asked to come home, to get quiet, to pay attention in new ways, it feels important that we really honor the medicine of the equinox, this time, especially here in the northern hemisphere. In the southern, there's a harvesting happening. In the northern, it's this time of what did Spirit seed in the winter, at the winter solstice, and how can we bring that to earth and allow the conception so that we can grow our gardens and bring forth that which we have been dreaming, manifest it in the world. Of course, we all had lots of ideas of what that would look like this spring, this summer, even into the fall and beyond. And all that's up for reimagining. So today's dance is really devoted to just that. And I hope that through these portals, through these rhythms, through this way of being in our bodies, we can remember that which is deep and enduring, sustainable, and that connects us with the natural order of life. A few nights ago, I had a dream. In the dream, there was this beautiful female being. I felt connected to her. And she was very busy packing, and she was in a department store in like the makeup area, and she was just so busy, but she was waiting for somebody who was at his computer, also a really glorious being, but he was busy at his computer. And she was impatient. She was like, not impatient, but she was like, why aren't you coming? Let's go. And I woke and I said, what's that about? And that was just as we were turning into the energy of the equinox. And so I sat with myself and I said, that's about you, Melissa. And that's perhaps about so much of all of us, Thank goodness for our computers. I love mine, as many of you know. And I love to be able to be connected. We had a beautiful connection this week on Zoom with so many of our beloveds around the world. And it's possible that Movement Mass is going to move towards a more interactive platform because I'm missing that connection with you all. And I think it'll enrich our experience. So I love the work and the creative work that can happen on the computers. But this is a time for us also to remember not just our active, but to be interactive and interactive. So as we dance today, I'm going to encourage us all to come back to the practice. This isn't a performance. This is me practicing with you. And together, we'll find our own dances and hopefully allow ourselves to keep settling down, softening, finding our lunar nature and our solar nature. There's a lot to be done right now. Speaking of which, I'm going to ask that we all drink water throughout our time. It's so important we keep hydrating our bodies. And I'm going to walk over here and get a drink along the way too. Or have your tea or whatever it is. Let's keep doing that, okay? And if you need to be journaling, things start to come through you, do that. Let the inspiration come in. But the bottom line is keep listening to your body. We're going to dance a full long wave here today, and I'll guide us through. And what's most important is that you follow you. And I may need to pull quite in, and you may need to get way out there. Do what's true. This is such an opportunity for us to listen so deeply to what is really being shown to us from the inside out. So that as we one day emerge, and our friends from China just keep saying, you guys can do this. We did it, and we've grown so much. As we re-emerge in that timing that is a mystery to all of us, we come having really tended the garden and understand what wants to be brought forth through each of us, because everything gets to be dreamed, conceived, gestated, and brought forward in a new way. So in that spirit, let's take a moment and remember all of our protectors, our ancestors, our beloved ones, the well and wise ones that are watching us, that are guarding us, that are really with us and calling us to wake up here in deep gratitude, and we open to receive your blessings and your guidance. Each of us an axis mundi, a connecting rod down to this sacred ground. I stand here in the Rocky Mountains, remembering with every step the native peoples of this land, whose land I dance upon, the Arapaho, the Ute, and the Cheyenne. And in our YouTube follow-up, we'll give you a link where you can learn about whose land are you dancing on, so that we can come into communion and right relationship and respect. Consider what that really means. That's part of the redreaming of what we're doing here as a humanity. Okay. So the music's going to pick us up, and we're going to work on coming even more in so that our time out of time can be one that's highly fertile and creative and ultimately a blessing and a healing for the world. So let's take a moment and just notice where we are, what's beautiful through our eyes. Orient where we are in this place. Coming in through our senses, allowing ourselves to touch our bodies, bringing ourselves in. If we haven't washed our hands, let's not touch our faces. I've actually washed my hands many times, so. Hey, come in, come home. Tasting tea on our lips. Smelling Clorox or essential oils. Life. And listening. We have geese that fly by. We're going to hear the songs of beloved friends who've all given us permission to use their music. Take that in. We come from the periphery and help ourselves come in through our senses. And as we greet each of our body parts, today starting with our feet, to allow ourselves to notice that through movement, curling and stretching those toes wide, reaching down into the softening earth here in the northern hemisphere, rooting, connecting us with all of life, to find our movement. Perhaps you want to touch to help yourself come in. But also notice the sensations. Tight, pinching. I'm working with my microphone a little differently today. It's a bit of a struggle. Ankles. Hey, right up through our strong shins and calves, like the plant beings, opening up the channels so the healthy fluids can move into our knees, stretching the backs of our knees. How do your knees want to move? Let the breath make room for the spirit in there. And right up through our thighs. Inner thighs, backs of our legs. Into our hips. Our bellies. I think I'm just going to hold this today. Rooting into our pelvic floor, letting our jaws soften. Whew, this creative center. The powerful ground. Hip flexors. Maybe it's warm there, or it's hard to feel any connection. Just to notice what is. As we rise up through our torso, our power center, our solar plexus, and right up through our spine. Keeping our feet soft and rooted. To our upper torso, our hearts. These lungs, let them expand wide. Front and back, side to side. And maybe it's hard to find a lot of oxygen right now. Let your energy drop down into your belly. Let your belly support your heart and your lungs. Filling this whole torso. As we let our brain soften, our eye sockets soften. Moving out of the trying to figure it all out into just being with ourselves. Yes, we love these arms and how far they can reach out. wrapping ourselves. As we move into the full journey, the moving journey, together let's open to our egg nature, our most yin, regardless of our gender, how we understand and express ourselves. All of us have a lunar nature, an egg nature. Here on the equinox, allowing ourselves to do that most natural of dances. Conception. Can we just be in our flow? Hooking up all the body parts. And allowing the breath to fill you, to soften. Oh. Checking in with these parts. Where have we been holding? And how can we open to receive the breath, the spirit, the love? And let's get the left side of our body, our most yin side, open. Stretch in there. Let it lead. Let the breath, the reach and the return. Yin invites yang, right side leading. Let your eyes even follow. Right, left. Remembering our wholeness as we circle into and through. How about this lower half? Let's let our weight come down. 10,000 ways to root, to widen, and just be. Letting the upper body respond to the leadership of the lower. Bringing our presence, just being present. As the egg naturally does, she truly marinates in her own healthy flow, healthy fluids, the ones that circulate through, don't get stuck. She listens and receives. How do I nourish? How do I be here and come home?
Coming home to you.
It's okay to be bored, because right through the boredom is a doorway. What do you notice in the subtle movements, in the quiet of being home, in our time in. What feels just right for your body. How far out and how far in. Listening and attending. And the egg holds keys to what longs to be conceived and birthed through us. So we practice being in our egg nature. Part of the gift of these times. And transitions are huge teaching of these times because we're being here, but we know there's stuff to do. Letting our circles gently begin to have endings and beginnings. Our inhale and exhale start to focus more on the exhale. We all have a sperm nature too. That part of us that tethers ourselves from that grounded root. To that which we want to connect with. Let's get those heads and shoulders, elbows, spine, in that heartbeat. We do want to connect with each other, of course. But can we connect with the mother? Feet in the beat. Moving to enough energy. Some of the outrage. That might be showing up in your life this week. All of us. Find all the ways we can wake up that part of ourselves that is on task. Stuff to do, truths to call out. And an egg that we want to get to. What's your sperm nature? That yawn part of yourself that's like the sun. spine. Feel that spine. And let's shake it. Letting our heads, that line gets near that circle, that sun and moon, that egg and sperm.
You know, I don't claim to reach, but let me show you how to reach the body to the Lord as He moves you around the floor. Let Him strike a deeper chord.
Stay with the ritual, you all. This is our conception dance.
When your rhythm starts to roll, then you know He'll found your soul. Free the body, free your soul.
Shake out what you need, the tension, and let your soul
Free the body, free your soul.
free.
When you fall into the beat,
Keeping those knees and feet in the beat.
That's
how medicine people around the world dance for the long haul. Yes! We can get turned on. Totally. Right and left, up and down, in and out. Spirit and flesh. Get a drink when you need. Let the music move you. Yes. We do not know. We offer ourselves to that alchemical union that is ancient, enduring, life-giving. Put your hips and heart. Get down. Shake it for all those people on the front lines who are shaking, but they need steady hands right now. Shake it for those who are surrendering everything. Shake it with those of us surrendering some. Notice what's happening. The heat, the heart, the sensations in your feet, your hands. Medicine. What are you praying for? shaking it. Letting go. Practicing release. Giving ourselves relief so that we can be part of the human all species relief team. And when that egg and sperm get together, something miraculous happens that's hidden to us. Follow the rhythm. Let the breath in. We can't change the channel, hallelujah. Let the breath fill you. Letting ourselves open. Receive, show up, get present. Dance what's true. Explore even more. Let your dance express what's true in your heart, how you want to show up for yourself and your family, your community, and all of life, the whole world. We're all making art together. Your heart is tender, hallelujah. It's true. Breathing into the backspace. Let the spirit in, let the love in, the help, the support. It's okay to have joy and laughter, light, contention. Imagine us, we're all dancing together. There's like hundreds of us. Next week we'll see each other probably. But for right now, feel each other, yo. We are here. I'm a rebel leader. Waking up to this nightmare, to a new dream. Let your inspiration come. Let yourself be nourished by our presence with one another, by the mother. Give your love back. All of our invisible helpers, they're here. We don't have to believe. Checking in, where do you need more spirit, more light, more nourishment? Put your hands there, let it come. Be sure to unwind those pretzeled up computer bodies. We're halfway to summer solstice in the southern hemisphere. It's your harvest time. What are you harvesting as you move inside? isolating, yourself integrating. Your self-reunion of yin and yang. Sacred conception. Putting us in right order with creation. Ourselves come even deeper inside. Letting that which longs to gestate through you, in you during this time, implant. Letting ourselves go even deeper. Senses, sensations, feelings, and images. Breath. Subtlety. Presence. Implanting. Yin and yang in right relationship. Imagine that. So that all that you do can emerge through. You and me. And we. Nations have come. Right, left, upper body, lower body, front, back. Yes. Moon. And sun, young. Serving, seeing, creating. In balance. From this still center to the world, my friends, prayers from the young people who've come of age in this lineage. Join us together, friends. Our closing dance, full body prayer for the medical workers, people in the grocery stores, those making policy decisions, those cleaning the subways, those who are still trying to find soap.
How does a seed know which way to grow and to reach the sun? A new life has begun. This great mystery, we keep on spinning. Since the beginning, life unfolds like the blooming,
Send it to the
sweet
people who you
fragrant
know,
flower
the places.
that knows it's ours. This time has come.
Na amani iwe duniani, na tujifunze kuheshimu dunia yetu na watu wenzetu. Amani moyoni na amani kila mahali. Amani kwa wote.
Que se haga la paz en la tierra, que aprendemos a respetar nuestra tierra y uno al otro. Paz adentro y paz todo alrededor. Paz para todos.
Peace on earth. May we learn to respect our earth and one another. Peace inside and peace all around. Peace for all.
لربي بصلي يعمل السلام على الأرض، وإن نتعلم نحترم الأرض ونحترم كل واحد التاني. لربي بصلي يكون في سلام داخلنا والسلام للجميع.
How do I know my true calling when it feels like I'm falling time and time again? Just close your eyes and look inside. Find the truth that can't be denied. Like sunlight shining through the trees. What a soft kiss of a summer breeze. Your embrace, a resting place where all moves grace and grace. And inside I find a seed. Let it blossom and I am free.
Yanga kungabakho uxolo emhlabeni. Yanga singafunda ukuhlonipha umhlaba wethu. Futhi sibe noxolo ngaphakathi kwethu. Uxolo ndawo zonke.
愿地球充满和平，愿你我学会尊重地球与彼此，安详住心间，和平存四海。一切
Make a dance of your whole prayer.
Bu insanlar hem
Bring it into the will, through the heart.
Zihnimizde,
Feel that fire, that love, that's ours. Bless stream. We're here together, totally.
தெய்வமே அனைத்து உள்ளங்களிலும் அமைதியை விதைப்பாயாக. தெய்வமே உதவி செய்யுங்கள். இந்த உலகத்தில் உள்ள அனைத்து ஜீவன்களையும் ஒன்றை ஒன்றை நேசிக்கவும் மரியாதையுடன் வாழவும் வழி செய்யுங்கள்.
From our fingertips to the soles of our feet, from Jordan to South India.
שלום פנימי ושלום באזורנו.
Que haja paz na Terra, que respeitemos uns aos outros e o nosso planeta. Que tenhamos paz interior e em nossa volta.
From the breath to our lungs, our wounds to our hearts. Chicago to Rocinha.
Que nous apprenions à respecter notre terre et de nous respecter.
Boulder.
Que règne cette paix à l'intérieur
To Baltimore.
Partout.
Wekayensi eberene eddembe tuyiga okwagala ensi n'abantu baayo. Eddembe mu bantu na buli wamu.
Our hearts
Eddembe erya buli omu.
to hospital rooms around the world.
Que se haga la paz en la tierra, que aprendemos a respetar nuestra tierra,
May we learn to respect our earth.
paz adentro y paz todo alrededor.
Peace inside.
愿地球充满和
Peace
平，
all around.
愿你我学会尊重地球。
Bu insanlar hem çetebilir,
Our elders, to our babies. Ghana, welcome. New life. To our refugees, just settling here. Beloved friends.
شلون بصلي يا عم السلام على الأرض.
அனைத்து உள்ளங்களிலும்
نحترم الأرض ونحترم كل واحد الثاني.
Durban, San Diego. What's in your heart? Call it. Put it in the wind.
Respecter notre terre et de nous respecter mutuellement. Que règne cette paix à l'intérieur.
How far is your reach?
Paix pour tous.
Let it slowly start to come from the endpoints, from far, right back to center. That yang and yin dance. Crown of our head and our throats, hearts and lungs. Taking time here to just be with what's so. That current, that life force. And that powerful, creative, soul-centered, self. That's carrying a treasure for the world that may already be streaming through you out, or that's gestating and will continue to during this time, out of time. Let's put our hands where they need to be. For me, it's on my heart, my womb space. Rooting down, sending our roots even deeper to one another. We can be so connected in our root system, and we are. Taking a moment to make a shape that's soft and full, that's present, that just says, yeah, something is being implanted right here in the sacred soil, right here in the privacy of this time at a time. Allowing the breath to keep nourishing that, to notice what's happening in our head, our heart, images and sensations. And then to ask yourself, what's one thing that came through the dance that's going to help you stay tethered to this soul force, longing for your full attention? This place where the sun and the moon come together in balance to support the outer discipline and service and the inner discipline of listening and being. To make a shape that just says, whew, you don't have to think about it. What's the shape that just says, yeah, I dedicate myself to this union, to this soul date. Take a minute, find it. This date that we have with each other as humanity, as all species. One more shape that helps us remember our collective destiny, that we are here together to come home so that we can come back into balance. And in the right time, return to the great dance in more harmony, balance, right relationship with ourselves and all species, all of life. What's the shape you want to offer to each other, to the mother? To our friends of spirit, our ancestors. And to that current of well-being and health, of love and generosity that's ours to tend together. Thank you all. This dance is done. However, I got stuff to talk about, but let's just take a minute and just get a drink. Thank you all for showing up. I'm very blessed. We are very blessed to have been given full permission to include the music that we did today. I want to thank Jeremy Roski, who created that song called Seed, and then it was overlaid with the prayers of the young people from all over this planet who dance with us. Thank you, Golden Bridge, Rhythm Keepers, and all the Soma Source leaders that are bringing your collective prayers to this time. I want to thank Raven Recording, Robert Ansel, and all the music that you've generated for 10 jillion years with our beloved Gabrielle Roth, and so many amazing musicians. Thank you. And James Asher, thank you for sharing your music. That's a gorgeous new song. Yes, we're going to be dancing more with that, of course. And Eyal and Danya, Rivlin, that song, Coming Home. Let that be a mantra for all of us to come home. The names of all these artists and how to find them will be on our YouTube link. Please check it out. Share widely. Share it all widely. And I want to thank People Productions and my friend Stephen Morris, who's here. Boom, boom. Quite a bit of distance away, by the way. Helping the technology. So thank you all for just coming together and making this happen. We're going to do a whole lot more online, and the truth is we have been for a long time. We've been doing Zoom gatherings, and we're going to continue to, except we're going to make them public now. And if you want to know more about what we're up to, get on our website, goldenbridge.org. Sign up. We'll keep you posted. If you've enjoyed today's movement mass, yay, share it. Come back to it. And also, if you want to make a donation and you're able, we're so grateful because we are supporting a lot of emerging leaders around the world. However, first things first, take care of you and yours. All the information about how that works is on our website. And also, please, in this time, look at the link that helps you know what land you're dancing on, who the original people are, whose land you're dancing on. There's a link there that tells you about the native territories and where you are. Let's wake up to that together. Not all over the world has been identified, but many, many places. And let's see what else my little note says. Oh, when you get lost, my dear colleague and friend, Dr. Stephanie Mines, talks about holding these points up here. Many of you know these points. These are high 19s in Jinshin Tara, Jinshin Jitsu. Whew, it's like, give yourself a hug and come back to the center of your own being. You don't even have to believe, but there's a little pulse in there that'll help us get quiet. There are a lot of points that we can study over time together. Please send your photos. We got so many photos last week. Send them. We'll pop them up on Facebook. We'd love to see who's dancing where. Give us your feedback. Put it right on the Facebook page, Melissa Michaels Movement or Golden Bridge. And let's take a few deep breaths for closing. May we stay in our right mind with keen discernment about what's happening. Use our voices to challenge what's not okay, to sing, to articulate the subtlety of what's happening in our hearts, in our wombs, and in the sacred soul space of me and we. See you next week. Stay healthy. And let's stay in love.